Hi, it's Miss Pritzel in the Appleton West Library, and it's time for a resource review. But we are not going to be looking at the research resources folder. We are going to go to Library Multimedia Resources. And this is a 2-for-1 because I wanted to talk, it's finals week. So I wanted to talk about two different things that deal with making sure you have copyright-free stuff if you're creating some kind of project, because especially if you're going to be putting it out on YouTube or something like that, you want to make sure you're not infringing on copyright. So Soundzabound is a fabulous resource for sound track type stuff and sound effects. And I'll be honest, I did not use this very much until last year. Now, it's very odd because before I was recording, Soundzabound went exactly to where it was supposed to be. This is a problem I had at the beginning of the year. I'm still in it. And as long as I can see volumes, you'll get to what should be the front page. And before I was recording with Loom, it worked just fine. So I don't know if I don't know what it is, if it's the time of day or what. So this is the page that it should automatically come to. But like I said, here's a workaround. So these volumes kind of have themes, like volume 2 is kind of got holidays, and volume 3 is like music of the decade, so big band and stuff like that. And then there's epic moments, which I've used before, and there's a sound effects one. So you can go and browse the volumes if you want, but I know I tend to be more impatient and I'm in a hurry. So earlier this year, I wanted some clapping, so I knew that. And I'm like, well, try something different, Amy. So I did bell, and I actually learned something new by trying to look for something new. Yep. Okay. So Creativity Unleashed came up. It's a Christmas song. Volume 8 came up. All the same one, but different times. So you will see that when I got the clapping one. I had two options, but they were both the same one, just different lengths. So that's important to pay attention to. Now, what's interesting is Volume 3 has this boxing bell and a bell. But Volume 3 is the sounds of the decade. It is not the sound effects one. So it's not where I would normally have looked for that. So now I can download this. And I just want to make a quick thing. Students, it should automatically be saving to their drive. However, I do a lot of recording on my Chromebook, not through Canvas, or sometimes it's through Loom, like today. Sometimes things save to your camera or downloads. And if we ever need to power wash your staff device or a student device, and we can't control when that will happen, you will lose anything that's there. So if, for example, I have some things in my downloads folder, I can drag them over to my Google Drive. It's very easy. So if you accidentally save something, or you realize like, oh my goodness, I have all these things saved there, you can easily drag them into a folder. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me or one of the tech coaches. All right, so we were back to my drive. So I can give this a name. So bell. And I'm just going to save it to my regular drive. So now I have a sound effect. I'm going to go back. I'm still in Library Multimedia Resources. I'm going to go to Britannica ImageQuest. I will say, I don't know if I said this before, but if you just search ImageQuest, I got into something on Google that was kind of like weird. So it's Britannica Image Link, just like we have Britannica Encyclopedia Online. So I'll be honest, this is not like Google Images, but if kids, especially if kids or you are going to put anything out on YouTube, you want to try to make sure you're not infringing on copyright. So you can search all different kinds of things, and you can kind of sort through. I'm just going to give you an example of, I was recently creating something and I needed a picture of a mouse. And it had to do with food in the library, and the reason why we don't want it is because of mice. So here I found a mouse. One thing I will say is that you're not going to find as much clip art on Britannica, but you will find a ton of photos, and they'd be great for WeVideo and other projects. Now, some of you may or may not know, and some of you may know how to do this with your mouse pad. I don't use my mouse pad that way. So if you do not have a wireless mouse on your Chromebook, if you hold down your Alt key and click, so Alt and click, you get the option to save image as, and I can just say mouse, and I think I already have one there, so I'm just going to add a 1 to that and save. And now I can go back. I'm in, once again, multimedia resources. We did ImageQuest and Soundzabound. And if I go back to Drive, we can scroll down, and there's the Soundzabound sounds. And there's my mouse 1 and mouse 2. So, and then they can easily, now that they're in my drive, they can easily be used in any kind of project I'm creating. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And once again, both of these resources are intended images and sounds and soundtracks so that you can not be worried about copyright issues. Have a fantastic day.